Hello everybody and welcome back to Rusty Acres. So you've probably noticed there hasn't been an interactive vote for a little while. The reason why is because we're just sort of on a set course currently, sorting out this field and that field there, and then yeah, we can put into effect the winning result from the previous interactive vote. But first, yeah, we need to get that maize harvested, and we need to also process these bales. Now these bales are obviously about to be turned into pellets, and then they're going to be put into the palletizing hall, so we can make palletized straw pellets, and that should make us quite a bit of money. So let's just load up these final few. How many do we have? 2, 4, 6, 7. Looks like we have 7. I did turn the engine on the Lamborghini, but I think it might have turned itself off because I've been out of range. Yep, okay, so we'll turn it on. We'll get all of these put onto the conveyor belt, one at a time. I put about 4 on at a time last time. I knew it wouldn't work, I was just demonstrating it, and yeah, it caused issues. Well, it basically accepted one and the rest went tumbling, which was to be expected. Whoops. Yeah, that's the other thing you've got to watch out for. Crashing into the belts, which are already on it. Right, this should only take a few minutes. I think what I'll do is I'll stack these up into 3, just to make it easier to take them over there. And then, as I said, we'll do them individually. But we should be able to get this out of the way pretty quickly, and all we have to do is just make sure everything is actually in the processor. And it can do the palletizing in its own time. Now I have actually lined up a forage harvester. I was looking into them, and unless we were doing some kind of grass work, it's quite tricky to get something small. When it comes to doing maize harvesting, really the only option is a very small one for a sort of vintage tractor design, or a self-propelled one. The small one is just not appropriate for this Let's Play. Perfect for survival challenge. So yeah, we're going to have to go with the self-propel one, which I think is fine. The one which I lined up was actually a New Holland, this one here. It is the FR450, but I think that can be tuned up to an 850. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think you can. Check the back, 850, yep, FR850, brilliant. So we're likely to go for a small one. It's filling up. This is the final bale. Just try and squeeze it on the back there. And yeah, weirdly, whenever I put the trailer underneath, it sort of creeps around. I don't think it likes the thought of being filled up. It's probably best if it stays attached to a tractor. Okay, so that is now ready to take everything which you've just created. It won't be a huge amount, but as I keep saying all the time, it's all extra. It all goes towards helping the farm. Ooh, a John Deere hot air balloon. And there it goes. The last one. Satisfying watching it disappear. Pellets. Disappear now. I never get it right. Okay, it's gone. Good. There go the final pellets into here. So let's just turn off the Lamborghini engine. There we go. And yes, we'll just come out of this fantastic field of view. There we go. Right, what do we have? 40%, which is 9,365 litres. We could just sell this as it is, but I think it might be worth palletizing them. Well, it would be £500 apparently for the pallet sell point. As you can see, it says here, you can sell the pellet pallets for a higher price than as bulk material. The biggest question is, will it give us more than £500? Potentially. Long term it certainly would do. Okay, I was just heading back to the farm there to drop off the pallet fork and to pick up a bucket, but after doing a bit of research it turns out the lightweight bucket is already over there, which is what I need. Basically the high capacity buy-abouts bucket, and yeah, we need the pallet fork anyway to be able to transfer the pallets to a trailer. So let's just head over there, and I'll see you in about, well, 3 seconds time. Right then, let's take a look at this field grass. It's growing, it's starting to look very good. Try my best not to drive on it. It's really green, very lush looking. But yeah, I really can't wait to harvest that. It's going to be very different. I've never harvested grass before. I've always cut it. Okay, so yeah, the sell point is going to be somewhere here on this concrete area. There's plenty of space, maybe down the side actually. It's an area which I don't use very often. Right, so let's just tip this into here. Lovely straw pellets, and yeah, don't get too excited, because it'll probably end up being just a few pallets, maybe 2 or 3. There we go. And because they are going to be sold on site, we don't actually need to have the flatbed trailer. It saves time. Talking about the lorry, yes, it's still over at the sell point, so that does need to be moved. Okay. Bucket. And now we scoop. Yep, that was almost the whole load in one bucket load, which is quite impressive. It just goes to show how high the capacity of this thing actually is. It also goes to show how strong the Merlot is. But really, yeah, this is designed for loose materials. Okay. So if we can just get the whole load put into there, that'd be great. It does of course mean leaving this bucket tipped over it. Oh, can't see. There we go. Hello, I've got stuck to the wall. Okay. Yep, so it's going up the conveyor belts, going into bags, being sorted out, and finally it's being put onto pallets. It almost fit, look at that. For as long as that conveyor belt keeps moving, the bucket will remain emptying. And thankfully, it kept moving. So we're done. All we have to do now is wait for it all to process, and then we're ready to sell. So, whilst we're waiting, back into the miscellaneous category, pallet sell point, and, well, if it'll let me, this would be a good place. Yep, that's fine, maybe turn it around a bit. Ah, it's messed up my yard. I guess they weren't expecting everybody to have such a beautiful yard. They've put the dirt texture down. We're going to have to get that changed. That's better. You don't mess with our yard. So what do they want? 20 kilograms of pellets for $2.95. Well, here's the first one. Let's get that put into the sell point. I do remember when I was playing on Pervo Valley Farm, I couldn't sell them. I can't remember the reason why now, but there was a reason. I don't think we'll have an issue today. At least I hope we'll have an issue today. If we do, we'll just have to take it to the other place. Oh, I wish I could remember what it was. It seems to be the same, so it's got to be a conflict with something. Oh, what did somebody say? Or did we never get to the bottom of it? I can't remember. Because the same thing's happening. Yeah, I can't remember. I've sold it, we've got £500 back. We'll just have to take it to the sell point, which turns out to be our own barn. So we're basically selling it to ourselves, which is quite interesting. But that is fine, because it's convenient. So we'll put the flatbed on. We'll head back over to the yard. And we can get them loaded up. But we want to do it pretty quickly because the price is currently decreasing. We need to catch it when the price is at its best. But it's a mystery. Yeah, I remember having loads of good suggestions given to me, but nothing actually worked. We're ready. Ready to be loaded up. No doubt it's already full in here. Well, it is now. That was the third. Well, technically it's the fourth. So it's actually looking pretty good. Is there a job the Merlot can't do? Well, I suppose harvest a field, that would be something it can't do. But it is a very multi-purpose machine. We're certainly not going to get rid of it. With its 3-point linkage and all that sort of stuff. PTO. It's impressive. Yes, if I take this end pallet, it should be able to move on. But it hasn't shut down anyway. Well, the system has shut down because it has run out of pellets. As you can see, we do have a very small amount of bags on the next pallet, but that is it. Not enough to finish it. So we finished off with 5, which really, from that, seems quite decent. If you're wondering why the pallets are at the back of the trailer, it's so they can actually reach the sell point. Because yeah, we have to reverse into the shed. We'll just pop this back in here. And we'll turn the lights off. Oh, that's the door. That's better. Now for the door. Brilliant. Close the whole thing up. Because we have finished in there for a while. I don't think we have any more pelleting to do. So, yeah, let's go and take this to our own sell point. How much do you think it's going to be? I'm going to guess at around £10,000. Okay, so it's today the day that we buy the sheep farm, which is actually the island farm. It is surrounded by water, which I guess is why I'm calling it the island farm. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. It really comes down to how much money we can make from these, but I think it's going to be pushing it. It probably won't be today. $7,760. So even less than what I guessed. But that's probably more than what we would have made from bales. So yeah, the island farm. It costs £103,000. So technically, we can buy it. But then we need to have the money to be able to rent the harvester for field number 7. So that's a bit of a pickle. What do we do? Just trying to think here. It's a tough one. Because that forager is not going to be cheap. Not only that, but overnight we're probably going to have to pay some maintenance fees. Let's just increase the rate of time. See what happens. You never know, we might have some income. But yeah, that's pretty unlikely. Okay, shut things down for the night. Wasn't terrible, but as you can see, we now don't have enough money, so there's no point rushing into it. Need to make sure we do have the money available. But on the plus side, that maize field should now be ready to harvest. Ah, oh, so close. What? The clover's ready again. How is the clover ready? But that isn't. We've just literally cut the clover. That's interesting. Yeah, and we didn't even have time to put any more fertiliser on. Shame. Okay, well, I think what we'll do is we'll prepare the trailer ready for the next episode where we do harvest the maize. But as it isn't quite ready just yet, we can't really do anything about it. But we could increase the rate of time. It must be pretty close. Let's go and take a look at it. I do need to pack away the Lamborghini tractor. And that baler, that is costing us £3,500 daily. Yeah, it looks good. Maybe we can harvest it. Oh, it's got weeds in as well. Ah, you see, it's so tricky to keep on top of stuff. Fold that up. And yeah, next time we will indeed harvest the maize field, get it put into the pit, we'll clamp it down, and then at least we'll have the maize silage underway. As usual, the cows will be taking it. But it would be good just to kind of have another quick look at the sheep farm, because I do want to buy that. As soon as we have the money, I want to buy it. The biggest reason for this is because, well, we're at a stage now where we don't really have anything to do, which makes it very awkward. We could cultivate, but yes, we've done that a great deal. We are going to do it, but it is nice to go and do a bit of sheep work or something different, just to really break things up. Here we are, the sheep farm, our future farm. So I've started actually in the pasture. This is the pasture field where the sheep will be. They can graze here. We've got the water trough, which I can set up using an animal pen extension. That means that we don't have to use tankers to give them water. We have the crossing to get across to the island. Oh, we have a little boat as well. Look at that. And yeah, this is the farm itself. This moat goes all the way around. From the above view you can see. This is the field. Obviously the food trough just there. What we might do is actually cut their field first to get the grass. As we're not running seasons, I think that would be a sensible thing to do. We have more storage and everything, so there is plenty here. I just wish we could afford it. Now what we could do is take out a loan. Not something I want to do, but long term we will achieve more. So I think, yeah, next time we'll do that as well. We'll buy this farm and we'll do the maize. But for today, we'll leave it there. It's White Oak Farm. Thank you so much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.